6 months later, and we are back. Hey, it's Kimberly, and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and it's time for a 6-month update on the walking pad. I took a gamble because I wasn't really sure how it was going to work out, but it has proven time and time again that this is the most convenient purchase, and it is absolutely worth the hype. Now, while I absolutely love it, and it was my saving grace during the winter, I want to share some updates for a reality check now that it's been 6 months later. And just to be clear, this is not diet or weight loss related. This is not a healthcare journey in that sense. That wasn't the sole purpose of getting this walking pad. I'm pretty active on my own. I'm a professional dancer, but this was honestly to supplement going to the gym and paying for a gym membership. This was more of a budget switch than a weight loss journey. You can check out my other videos where I really break down pretty much every part of the walking pad and getting used to it. And then I also shared a video on how to up the ante because you always want to go a little bit further. And that's where I was using the walking pad and also using some weights, 8-pound weights that I've had. So let's get into the walking pad itself. As you all know, easy to use, you just plug it in and go. Easy to store, I store this under my couch. As you can see, or you've seen my other videos, this is not the largest apartment, so I like to have things pretty much tucked away as much as possible, and the walking pad fits right under my couch, which makes it even easier when I want to take it back out. Because let's be honest, laziness is the easiest thing to latch onto, but if all I need to do is roll something out and plug it in and then I can get a workout in, I'm able to show up for that. And that sometimes too could be pretty hard. In terms of setup, like I said, super easy. This specific walking pad, I love that it can get into a light jog or what I consider an actual jog because of the speed levels. So it being able to go all the way up to a 4, I think I've run in the 3 range and that's been good for me. And that was really helpful when I was kicking things into high gear during the winter months and I was doing a series of walks followed by runs, followed by some weights, and then cooling it back down to a walk. This thing is so versatile. And I know it just obviously depends on the person, but the fact that I was able to customize, if you will, my own workout to get something that would be similar to what I would get at the gym was great. This has an incline, which is awesome. Another great feature. I was able to pop out these 2 little stands and it becomes a 5% incline. Now, yes, it's not the 12% incline, but it is a little something. And I'm pretty sure you saw in the video where I was pouring with sweat whilst trying to talk to you while I was walking, that it was a good workout. So I liked that for days in between where instead of using the weights, I just chose to do the walk on the incline and get my workout through there. So there's 1,000,001 different ways that you can kind of customize your workout, but the ultimate overall is that this is super, super convenient. Another thing, sound, it's pretty quiet. We tested that in another video as well. When you run though, you're obviously gonna hear more sounds because you are kind of slapping into the walking pad. There is a bit of a volume change there, a bit of a win that I was even running for 10 minutes because that is not my favorite thing to do. There are shock absorbers on the sides of the walking pad in the middle. So when you are running, it kind of bounces against the floor. The good thing about this is that it's low maintenance, as you can tell. The only thing that you really need to kind of keep track of is the oil that you end up putting on the belt so that it doesn't get stuck or slide or anything like that. So this was the oil that I put on the belt when I first got it. I think you're supposed to in general use this periodically if you happen to notice anything with the belt or not. I haven't noticed anything, so 6 months update, this seems like a good time to just go ahead and add a little bit more oil just in case. Different walking pads have other rules, but for this one, you are just lifting the belt just a little bit, and then you're going to squeeze some along the belt on the underside. I'm gonna run it for a little bit so that the belt picks up, and spreads out the oil. And I forgot I need the remote. Actually, I don't need the remote because you can also just push the buttons on here. So let it run for a little bit. And that's honestly the only maintenance that you need for the walking pads. I have not had to re-oil the belt since I got it, but that's actually a good thing because it means that the belt wasn't skipping or sliding or moving at all. One thing I do want to point out, I don't think I said this in my other videos, but it is something to look out for. I noticed that you can feel the heat radiating from the walking pad. Depending on the shoe you have, or I have also walked in socks, the belt does get pretty warm. It's not anything that's dangerous. That obviously makes you work up a sweat a little bit more. So that is something to look out, which makes sense because again, this is something that is generating energy, but depending on your footwear, you'll feel it. In the sneakers that I have now, I'm not feeling it, and that's because they're just a little bit thicker. I would not recommend going barefoot. Kind of hurts because the belt is not, smooth material. It's a bit rugged for the reason of traction. Socks are fine. I've done that on occasion. And again, leisurely walk. I wouldn't be power walking in my sock for safety. And then for sneakers, you're good to go. Walk, run, whichever you prefer, walk backwards, like I also tried as well. Now, I thought it worth trying that someone commented ankle weights in one of my videos, and believe it or not, I have ankle weights. I got them well before getting the walking pad when I was doing some strength training for dance. That's another form of resistance. That would be a good workout. So I'm actually going to try that out because I'm curious what it'll feel like. So pause for a moment. These are just truly a standard Velcro ankle weight, but I will put the link down below if you are interested in them. They had a ton of colors. I went with purple because it's really cute, like a lilac color, and they pack a punch because we all know I already have gotten in with using the 8 pounds for upper body strength. Let's try for some additional lower body strength. And again, you don't have to do this, but if you just want to up the ante a bit, and also just continue to make this your home workout routine, this might be the thing for you. Way too funny, but listen, if you guys comment it, I'm gonna try it. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, wait. This is harder than I thought. Okay, this actually feels like I am mountain climbing. And I would argue that if you don't have a walking pad with an incline, this feels like I'm on an incline. Oh my gosh. I really did not think that this was gonna be a big difference. I can't even walk straight. I feel like I'm like trying to, wow. Okay, let's see if I can just settle into this. This is so challenging. The person that was suggesting ankle weights, I see you. This definitely ups the ante a bit. I might continue to try this out, so thanks for the suggestion. This is why I really want to drive home the point that there is so much that you can do to customize your experience with your walking pad. And sure, I'm going above and beyond. You could literally just walk on it. You could walk at a 0.6, which is the lowest, and just live your best life. But you can also go a little bit further and make it into a complete total body workout if that's what you want to do. And that's the thing that really stood out to me about the walking pad and what I love about it. Finally, the reality check of it all. Am I using this as much as I was using it in the winter? The answer is no, and here's why. It's nice out. We finally got to the seasons that I love, which are the warm weather seasons. Now that it's gotten warmer outside, I find myself walking outside more. So the walking pad has now become a supplemental workout as opposed to my main form of my workout. And when it gets cold again, I will be turning back to this thing. This is such a simple workout that you could use it every day. But now it's like, I could do it a couple times a week, maybe 2. Overall, for $109, this walking pad, I've recouped that. I've saved pretty much 6 months of going to the gym. So that is my walking pad update. As always, let's have a conversation down below. Did you get a walking pad during the winter season? How often do you use yours? If you're still on the fence, I'm curious what is holding you back, or what are you skeptical about? And if you have another form of workout that got you through the winter months, comment that down below as well. Thank you as always for watching and running along with my antics, and I will see you in the next one.